I have to say that, I understand where some of these court people might have been a little upset with me because I kept really showing out as far as showing the loopholes that they use in order to avoid the truth with regards to court situations so that they can just manipulate things into whatever they feel like to manipulate the outcome of cases, which is very sad. It's very disturbing. And we've got a lot of issues we need to address within our court systems, one of which I revealed when I brought the marijuana into the courthouse. These people had knew because they let me go through the metal detector and knew that if they had arrested me, they were also going to get a mountain full of other evidence that went to other cases that they would be forced to admit into court or evidence. So I believe that's the reason that they didn't arrest me in the courthouse in Cass, is because they knew that I carry evidence on me for the express purpose of having it exposed, because it has to be entered into my personal property when I go into jail. So it becomes a record of the court because they have to give all of that to the court when the court sees you for your charges, just so we're all on the same page. And I really believe that by itself is obstruction of justice, because they knew that I had evidence that would have caused some of them to go to jail. So we're all on the same page here with regards to what happened with Cass County. So when I tell people that I went to court with a butter knife, and I literally did by accident because I had it in there from my visitation with Tiara because we were cutting up an apple. Excuse me. That's 100% true. I also had the marijuana with me. I just didn't take the knife out of my purse because I forgot to. It was from the visitation the day before. And, in the hurry up of things, because it's stressful when you're dealing with these people. And so it just slipped my mind, and it was an accident. And I took advantage of the pun, taking a knife to a gunfight and winning, which was absolutely true in this case, because I was able to prove that these people are obstructing justice in order to avoid getting their own selves caught, which is obstruction of justice. And they were very nasty with me about it. Again, this is one of the reasons that we need serious reform within the court system. And we also need to be pursuing people who violate the code of ethics, because they don't deserve, yes, I said that, they don't deserve to continue with authority in our court system, especially when they're knowingly and openly abusing their authority in manipulating the law purposely in order to protect themselves rather than the actual victims in cases. It's something that we need to address within our system. It's going on rampantly throughout the country, and it's one of the reasons that people looted and rioted last year. It's something we need to fix within the system. So those who are abusing the system and taking advantage of their authority, you should call them out and do it respectably. There's an appropriate way to do that. Make sure you keep your evidence and you stand your ground, because that really, truthfully, is what will matter in the end. As long as you don't lash out and become inappropriate in your tone as far as making threats, and keep it to the facts. Don't get personal, because you have to remember what these people are doing to you isn't personal. They don't care that they're destroying your life or that they're taking your property. They don't care that they've taken your kids and wrongfully, and they've split your family apart. If they cared, they would have never have done it. They're not showing any remorse. They're not sorry for what they've done. Even after they've been caught, they're just continuing to try to do what they can to cover it up and shove it under a rug. And that by itself is inappropriate and needs to be called out, because it's the exact reason we have problems in our society, because we're not forcing the people who are in authority to hold themselves accountable when they make mistakes. So they're being allowed to break the law and make mistakes while they're consequencing us for the same things that they're doing. which is, it's hypocrisy. Gretchen Whitmer's little bar incident is one of the biggest examples that I can show that's current right now. With God's love. Maxine Waters is another one who keeps threatening people who support Trump or who don't support her cause. She continues to attack people verbally and create a mob-like mentality that we need to stop in this country, because it's what's really causing us damage. And it's the actual core of the problem within our society. With God's love, God bless America. Have a blessed day. And back the badge.